Hello everyone, my name is Tim. I'm one of the coaches of the Woods Draft League. This is my first time ever participating in this draft league, and so I'm really excited. I'm also a little bit nervous because this is my first time actually recording, so I don't know how I'll do or how things go. This is all new to me, so don't blame me if anything goes wrong. I'm not a native English speaker, you might have already guessed, but so yeah, bear with me. I might make some grammar mistakes, or won't be able to find the right word, or stumble on some words on the pronunciation. But to be honest, I think for most part I will be fine. but yeah, so yeah, this is my draft. I drafted Celesteela, Moltres, Weavile, Comfey, Blastoise, Appleton, Hatterene, Audino, Steelix, Vikavolt, and Regieleki. It's a pretty slow team. You have Appleton, Hatterene, Audino, Steelix, and Vikavolt, which are all really slow. But I do have the Celesteela with the Eototomize, Moltres with the base 90 speed, so that's okay. Weavile is really fast, Comfey has 100 speed, and I have his Shell Smasher and, of course, the fastest Pokemon in the game, Regieleki. So I can go on the fast offense, but it's mostly just a more defensive core. So for first week I had to play against the Sarasota Scizors. He had Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Latios, Rotom Wash, Hawlucha, Scizor, Seismitoad, Lunatone, Abomasnow, Alolan Sandslash, and Xatu. So he does have either the Hail core with the Abomasnow, Alola Sandslash, or the Kokolucha core. And I think with my team, I think I had a pretty good matchup. I think defensively my team checks a lot of his team. So, and I noticed that a lot while building my team. So yeah, but I most specifically built against Kokolucha core with probably like the first 7 months, like Koko, Incineroar, Latios, Rotom Wash, Hawlucha, Scizor, and Seismitoad. So this is the team that I ended up with. I ended up with Steelix for the Tapu Koko with Earthquake to hit it super effective, Toxic if he switches out, Fire Fang for the Scizor and the Ice types, and Crunch for the Latios and the Xatu. I went with Sheer Force over Sturdy, because with Sheer Force, Crunch will be a 2-hit KO on offensive Latios, and also be a 2-hit KO on max defense Xatu. And with enough special defense to make a Specs Grass Knot from Tapu Koko a 3-hit KO. So yeah, Steelix is my Tapu Koko switch in. Appleton was there for Rotom Wash and Incineroar, but I was scared that Rotom Wash might have been I was scared that Rotom Wash could be a Scarf Trick or a Specs Trick, because if Appleton gets tricked, I'm basically fucked. I can't do anything then. So yeah, I have the Thick Fat for the Flare Blitzes, max HP, max defense. Leech Seed Protect, just to get some recovery. Body Press to hit Incineroar, super effective. And Sucker Punch to maybe catch a weakened Xatu or a weakened Latios. Mostly Latios off guard. And maybe some other weaker mons. And I was thinking, well, if he is going to bring the Koko Hawlucha core, I need something that can take Swords Dance boosted hit from Hawlucha. And here comes Vikavolt. I made it max HP, Bold Nature, and 124 defense EVs. And that makes sure that I live a +2 boosted Swords Dance boosted Acrobatics from full, and that's why I have the heavy duty boots. I do have the Hatterene with the magic bounce, but if he does manage to get up hazards on the field, Vikavolt can just switch in and stay on full health to take the +2 hit. And Volt Switch always knocks it out if it's an offensive one. But I don't think he's gonna run a defensive. If he's going for the Swords Dance sweep. So yeah, Bug Buzz just for coverage. It's a nice strong stab move. Even with no special attack investments, it still is a 145 base special attack. So it's still really high. I think it KO'd Latias. It is to both Rotom and Seismitoad if it wants to switch in against the Volt Switch. They both take around 40%. And I have some Roost to, do what Roost does. Recover some damage. And then I really couldn't decide for a last fourth move, so I just went with Mudshot for the off chance to catch Tapu Koko off guard. Then we had Hatterene, the Magic Bounce, mostly for Seismitoad there with the Giga Drain. The Draining Kiss as well for the Hawlucha, might it switch in, or for the Latias. Aromatherapy because I was thinking that Ableton and Vikavolt were both pretty weak to Toxic, so I wanted something to remove the Toxic. And Calm Mind, so if it does have a Calm Mind Latias, I can set up Calm Minds with my Hatterene and I can win the Calm Mind war even if he has Shadow Ball. My defense investments make sure that if Seismitoad is max attack, I will, let's see, if he has max attack, Poison Jab would be a 2-hit and possible 3-hit KO, and the same for if he's max special attack, Sludge Wave will be 2 to 3-hit KO. And then I was thinking, well, what do we have for Scizor? For Scizor, my answer was Moltres. Moltres has Roost, Burn Up, U-turn Toxic with the Flame Body. I had Flame Body because the chance of burning, of course. I wasn't ever planning on using pressure. Every time he brings in Scizor, I switch in Moltres. It has enough defense investments to make a Bandit Adamant knockoff do less than 50%. So 1v1 he can never kill Moltres. And of course with every attack he does have a 30% chance of getting burned by Flame Body, and I can just always roost off the damage. Burn Up is nice because if he does switch out into, say, a Seismitoad, I lose my fire typing, so I'm neutral to the water type attacks, and I can just click a Toxic on Seismitoad because I'm faster, and then I can just U-turn out into Appleton or Hatterene or any other Pokemon. And then I was thinking, okay, I have my defensive checks now, so I need a cleaner, something that can clean up the field, and in comes Blastoise. Just a simple Shell Smash, Ice Beam, Surf, Aura Sphere. It has enough speed to outrun Scarf Latios after a Shell Smash. Because, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling like he would run a Scarf Tapu Koko. And even if he did, he wouldn't be able to switch it in, so he would have to sack a Pokemon. And after he sacks the Pokemon and switches in Tapu Koko, I can always switch in my Steelix and later on set up another Shell Smash. So I didn't think it was needed to be able to outspeed Tapu Koko, and I don't think Blastoise is even able to outspeed a Scarf Tapu Koko, so yeah. So yeah, that's my team. Let's go to the battle. Oh shit. So yeah, I'm gonna put it on slow so I can kind of talk with him. And yeah, and he basically brought what I thought he was gonna bring, and for me it was a toss up if he was either gonna bring Rotom Wash or Latias, but I kind of built for both, so yeah, it really didn't matter too much. So yeah, looking at his team, I was thinking I decided to lead with Hatterene because if he does begin with Tapu Koko, I can always switch in Steelix and go from there. If he decides to lead Incineroar, it's Appleton the answer, and go from there. For every mon I had a switch in answer. So, and if he decided to go with Seismitoad, I can just click a Giga Drain and then switch out later on, and he can't get rocks up. So yeah. Oh shit, let's put that lower. Sorry. So yeah, he decides to go with Scizor. Here I decide to switch out to Moltres. Like I said, to take any hit, he goes for the U-turn. And he goes into Roboton Wash. Here I go into Appleton, thinking, okay, he's probably gonna Volt Switch, so he's gonna take the hit. I didn't want to go into Steelix, just for the off chance he does go for the Hydro Pump. Because yeah, I don't want to lose my Steelix, I need it for Tapu Koko. So here I just go into Appleton. He does go for the Volt Switch. And there he goes into the Incineroar, and I was thinking, okay, that's good, because I made this Appleton specifically for Incineroar, so I don't mind him switching it in on me, because I do have the Rocky Helmet. Here he decides to go for the knockoff, that's okay, get some Rocky Helmet damage, and I lose my Rocky Helmet. Here I go for the Leech Seed, get some recovery, and I was thinking, well, he's probably either gonna Parting Shot or U-turn, so I decided to go for the Protect. That will be the best play, get some more recovery, as he does go for the U-turn. And let's see. After that I was thinking, okay, he's probably gonna go for U-turn again, which he does. So I decided to go with Leech Seed again, just to be annoying. That's basically what I wanted Appleton to do, be annoying with Leech Seed and Protect. And it did that, so. There he decided, oh yeah, there I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna switch in Steelix, I don't care if he double switches. I was thinking that he would have double switched into something else because the Leech Seed is annoying. But I was thinking, you know what, the safest play to not get Dazzling Gleamed would just to switch in Steelix, and if he does switching something else, I do have my answer for mostly anything on his team really. So yeah, it was just the safest play. And as he does double out into the Scizor, here I decided to switch out to Moltres again to see what attack he does and hope for the Flame Body, which he didn't get again. So yeah, here he goes for the Seismitoad. And I U-turn because I knew, well, okay, now that I look, if he was max speed, I wasn't faster, I think. No, he could have been faster. I should have probably hard switched, but it worked out in the end. So I get my U-turn off, I switch in Hatterene. He actually did go for the Stealth Rocks, so I think he forgot about the Magic Bounce. I don't think if he I think he forgot about Magic Bounce, because I don't think he would just do that. Because Hatterene would always be a switch in, knowing that this is his only rocker. So yeah. And then I was thinking he might have knew. Here I was thinking that against the Hatterene he would want to switch in Scizor. So I decided to switch in Moltres. And he actually just goes for the Earth Power, so I was like, okay, I'm glad he didn't go for the Scald. I was like, okay, if he's gonna stay in, I'm just gonna U-turn again back to Hatterene, and I'll just attack it with a Giga Drain. So I did just that. He goes for the Scald. It doesn't do a lot. And here he actually decides to switch into Rotom. So I get a big Giga Drain off, just like 63%. And here I was surprised to actually see that he's... So yeah, I decided that I could just click Giga Drain again, because like I said, I have a switch in for every one of his mons, so it costs me nothing. And if he does decide to stay in, I get a KO, which he actually did to defog his own rocks, and I was kind of surprised to see that, honestly. But yeah, so I Giga Drain again, he gets rid of the rocks, and I got my first kill. Here he switches in Tapu Koko, and I switch in Steelix as planned, as he goes for the Iron Head. Which I have to say, I was surprised, I did not expect an Iron Head. But yeah, here I was, I knew he wasn't gonna stay in, so I just clicked Toxic, and if he was gonna switch in Edward Scissorhands, I was just gonna Fire Fang it. That was my plan. So yeah, I get the Toxic off on Alex Jones. I'm just gonna call them by the nicknames. And here I switch him back to Heatherine to see if he wants to try and get up rocks again. So he just goes for the Scald. So yeah, I think I clicked Giga Drain, because like I said, it doesn't hurt me to click Giga Drain. Oh, I actually clicked Training Kiss, yeah, that's right. I didn't click Giga Drain because Rotom was gone, and Hawlucha resists the Giga Drain, and Incineroar resists the Giga Drain, so I felt like Draining Kiss had less resists, so it would be the better option, and I do get a crit on Hulk Hogan. So yeah, back in my Appleton, he knocks off, and this was actually a 43% roll for the U-turn, but I decided to stay in because Incineroar was pretty low, so I didn't really need it Appleton anymore, so I was like, okay, it's okay if Appleton dies here, it did its job. Hulk Hogan is low, Incineroar can just be killed by probably any other mon on my team now. So yeah, it's time to let you go, but he actually lived. So that was nice, so I was able to get off another lead sheet, just being annoying. And here I decided, well, I'm just gonna go for a Protect, he's probably gonna U-turn or something. But he actually went for the Bullet Punch, so I get some more recovery, and here I decided to switch in Moltres, because, yeah, no reason not to switch in Moltres. And here I was like, okay, Rotom is gone, and that was the biggest threat for Moltres. So here I was like, okay, I can just click Burn Up, and if he stays in, he's dead. If he switches in Tapu Koko, it's dead. If he switches in Hawlucha, I think it dies as well, really. The only ones that can take the hits are Seismitoad and Incineroar. And if he does go into Seismitoad, I lose my Fire type, so he can't really deal a lot of damage, and I can just sit on there and roost. But he actually decides to go into Tapu Koko, so I get off the Burn Up, and Tapu Koko is gone. I lose my Fire type, so Seismitoad is no longer a threat to Moltres. So that was a really good turn. Here he goes into Hawlucha, trying to set up his sweep. But like I said before, I did prepare for that with Vigavolt. So I was like, okay. I was thinking, do I hard switch or not? And then I decided, Moltres, if he just decides to attack straight away, I can live a hit. And if he does set up the Sword Stance, if I U-turn, at least, yeah, if I hard switch versus U-turn, if he Sword Stances, in both cases he does get up the Sword Dance. But if I U-turn, if he does have a Sash, which he doesn't because he used the Berry, oh come on. Well, I U-turned into Vigavolt. He went into it. He attacked directly with Acrobatics. I switch in Vigavolt. Here he switches in Seismitoad. I should try the Volt Switch. As he go back into Incineroar while I double out into Appleton. I doubled out into Appleton because I thought, well, Seismitoad, he has Earth Power and Scald so far as I know, and both of them did less than 10%, so I thought that's the perfect opportunity to throw in another lead sheet and just recover some more, and be annoying. But he decided to take the double into Incineroar, so I was like, okay, he's gonna U-turn again. Appleton is gonna die, let's just fire off a Sucker Punch just to deal just a little bit of damage. As he does go for the U-turn. Here he switches in Scizor, so I switched back in my Moltres. Wait, oh no, I switched in Steelix. Oh yeah, Tapu Koko was gone, so I was like, you know what? I don't need Steelix at full health to deal with Tapu Koko anymore. It's not gonna deal with any other mons. Seismitoad is just gonna scald it. Incineroar is just gonna Flare Blitz it. And Holucha is just gonna close combat. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna switch in Steelix. I'm gonna click the Fire Fang because it will kill from this range. And Scizor can't even kill me with a banded superpower. So yeah, that's why I switched in Steelix. He does go for the knockoff, knocks off my leftovers, and I'm able to get the kill. And here he goes into Holucha. I think he probably wanted to do that thinking that I was sturdy, which I later on discovered that he did think I was sturdy, that's why he did that. But yeah, either way, even if he did use superpower, it wouldn't be able to kill me. And as you can see, I would just switch into Viper Volt as he sets up a Sword Stance. And he acrobatics. I live it, go for the Volt Switch, and I kill it. So he just has Seismitoad and Incineroar left, so it's basically over. Here I go into Moltres, because I was thinking, well, Incineroar isn't gonna kill me, I'm just gonna click the Roost. Yeah, the game is basically over. Here switches in Seismitoad as I go for the Toxic. It's already Toxic, so that doesn't do it. Here I decided to go for the Burn Up to lose my Fire typing, so I can lift the Scald, and I can also Roost on Seismitoad. He goes for the Earth Power expecting the Roost, but now I Roost after I lost my Fire typing, so there's not really anything he could do. Here I wanted to U-turn. Yeah, there I wanted to U-turn out to go into Heatherine, so I could just Giga Drain it. But he decides to go into Incineroar, so instead of that I go into Blastoise. And I just get up a Shell Smash, he Thunder Punches me. And here I decided to go for the Aura Sphere because I was thinking of using Surf, but then I thought, you know what, he's probably gonna have Water Absorb, so if he switches us in, it's gonna heal him. So I'd rather just go for Aura Sphere, it will kill both. I did them cogs. So yeah, he does go for the switch, I kill with Aura Sphere, back into Incineroar, and another Aura Sphere to finish it up. So yeah, that was the first week. It went really well. I was really happy that I couldn't describe what I was feeling. I think it's the best team that I ever built against someone else. For most of his mons, I just had like the perfect defensive, almost perfect defensive counter. Like, I feel like my team had such a good matchup against his that, yeah. And I was just really happy that my team worked out exactly as I had built it. Like, all the specific hogs and such came into play for most of the part. So yeah, I was feeling really good after that win. And thank you for the week 1 game, Sarasota Scizors. I hope I wish you all the best lucks in the next few weeks. And yeah, honestly, I hope we can have that rematch in the playoffs to see how things go then. But yeah, that was my week 1. I'm gonna end my recording in a bit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm gonna check if this recording doesn't suck. And if it doesn't, then yeah, you will see this. Bye.